Alright, game 2 is live. YLTP taking on Crave. And game 1 going to YLTP in about 40 minutes, so that Silhouette proving to eventually just be a little too powerful, and King Blood on the Doctor not quite able to keep up. Made some, I think, questionable decisions in the end, and as a result, his team did not win. Not solely as a result of that, really. That's not fair. It wasn't all on him, but a fair bit of it was on him, I guess.
Yeah, but it was a fun game to cast because it was really even the entire time. Like there were many situations where I thought the Legion were just going to wreck, but then the strength of Pebbles came in there, and Doctor just doing such ridiculous damage, and the lockdown was real from the Engineer and the Master of Arms. So yeah, fun game to watch.
Indeed it was. Lots of action too, also. Always a lot of fun. But bans are out here with Cthulhuphant, Silhouette, Parasite, and Swiftblade. So again, sensible bans. I mean, the Silhouette maybe a little less so, but I mean, I see that's fine. Like, it's not the worst at all. You can definitely justify it. What's going on? And then they picked the first pick Revenant. Oh my god.
You really you find that hero overrated, don't you?
I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's as good as. I don't think he's that good. I think maybe a little overrated, but not. It's not like an egregious thing. It's just why would you first pick Revenant?
Yeah, okay, true. But there is the idea that Revenant is a very versatile hero. Same thing with Magnus, where you can put him solo, or you can put him suicide, or you can put him as a support, even though I absolutely hate him as support. Please don't ever put him as a support, ever. But, yeah.
I mean,
maybe that's just my opinion.
You've got a Rhapsody on the board, you've got a Magnus on the board. Puppet Master, crap, like, come on.
Don't first pick Puppet Master, though. Come on, Quincy.
Don't, but first pick him over Revenant. Like, I'd rather have PM than Revenant. First pick. Yes.
I disagree, but
no.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong, okay.
Yeah. It's very simple.
But, yeah, I mean, it depends on what they're going to do with the strat. Like, Revenant Drunken is actually quite a nice combo, because the Invis from Revenant minus armor. So.
Yeah. So, we'll see. I'm not a huge fan of Drunken either, but.
Yeah, me neither. I think Drunken's pretty shitty. I mean, bad at this point.
You're allowed to say shitty.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say shitty?
Yeah, I really don't care.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's pretty shitty.
But, yeah, okay, so it'll be the second pick Rhapsody for the Hellborn side, like that. And if they can finish off their first 3 picks with the Magnus, I'd be very, very happy.
That's going back to, like, typical thing.
Yeah.
Dragon Rhapsody, Mag. Yeah. Only it used to have, like, a bubbles there as well. Hey, look, Beaverbanger watching the stream. Hello, Beaverbanger.
Look at him. What a guy.
What a guy.
And instead of casting, he's playing some stupid game. What a loser.
Disgusting.
Like, I know, right? Should get rid of him. I could probably get him banned. I don't know. I know some people of this too. Not really.
Yeah?
I don't actually know them, but I know people who know them, so.
You've got connections.
We'll see. Yeah. I have connections to connections. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to say.
Secondary connections. Not very helpful.
Wretched Hag.
Alright. Wretched Hag. Third pick. It's gonna be a short lane Hag? Or a support Rev? I don't mind short lane Hag.
At this point, yeah, I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah. I think he's actually an underrated hero. It doesn't get picked up as much as it used to, and it should be picked up more often. Versatile, difficult to kill, carries pretty well.
Very useful.
Alright.
The one problem with him is that he doesn't have a lot of lockdown at all.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the counterpart to Hag is the bubbles, and he does have the silence and the ulti, which are really nice skills.
Yeah, I mean that's why you put Hag in a lineup that has 3 or 4 other stuns, because
I don't like Hag and Revenant on the same team.
Yeah, they can run away. Like they're just like bye. All right.
Oh, we're slowed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna be slowed for a bit longer, and then I'm gonna run.
Or
okay,
TP.
thanks, bye.
Yeah, like Revenant and Hag come at me, and like a Kraken. They're not gonna kill a Kraken before we can get a teleport off.
Well, Hag plus Revenant, that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage, but Kraken with Mystic Vestments.
Yeah. But imagine the negative armor from Mortification plus the Hag ulti. Boom.
Probably not gonna happen. I think that still
No,
gets
not gonna
TP off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You wrong. It's fine.
We'll see. It's fine.
Keeper of the Forest, though, picked up. And they've got a Rhapsody now, this time instead of an Empath. I love Rhapsody Keeper. I really do like that combination. It's so pushy. Because Keeper of the Forest minions, out of all the minions, I think are the tankiest, which means they heal up more from the Rap Dance Floor because they don't just like sit there and die. I think. Well, because like
Yeah.
if you, imagine like if you had a minion with like 5 health, right? Rhapsody Dance Floor doesn't help at all because it's gonna die. It can't heal back. And Keeper minions get a lot of health back because they've got enough base health to withstand a few tower hits. So it's really, really, really hard to push against a Rhapsody Keeper. And this Hellborn side is so tanky now, with Kraken and Keeper and now the Rhapsody Ultimate and Dance Floor on top of that. Are they going to have the damage? I'm not convinced.
The Keeper of the Forest is also nice because of the extra armor that he can give.
Yep.
When being run against a Dragon
And
Master, it's just incredible.
reveal from the Ultimate. So if he drops an ult inside of a big team fight, even if a bunch of people have an Essence Shroud on top of them, then they're going to get revealed. Also very nice.
So very nice.
I like that as a counter to Revenant, actually. I wonder if we'll see that more often. Because it seems like Keeper of the Forest, he's going to provide invis counters of his own. So if you get a Bound Eye on, like, the Legion side to detect Keeper, and you lose it, then that's going to turn around on your Revenant. He's got armor to deal with the Defile, and he's got an ulti to screw with the Essence Shroud, so...
Yeah, definitely not weak against it.
I think the only thing is that Revenant doesn't really... Revenant's a good anti-pusher with the Mortification, so I guess that's not going to be very effective from Keeper, but...
Well, Revenant's only an effective counter pusher once he reaches level 12 because whenever he uses Mortification,
Right.
earlier on it's just going to go on him and one of the things he targets. So he actually needs to have ulti level 3.
Right.
Something we haven't seen yet though, which would be really nice to see, is Revenant getting a staff for full team invis.
I don't think that'd be nice enough to see to justify how much money it costs, but it would be funny.
Well, like,
I don't know.
imagine you're running like a carry
Right.
suicide, like a lot of the teams do, like Gemini or Madman or Swiftblade or something, and you have a Revenant solo short. I don't think it's even that bad of an item to get because Mortification times 5.
Right.
Mortification times 5. That
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The skill itself does 270 damage on one person. So, let me just use it on your entire team. And you're probably going to walk next to each other. So you're all going to receive about 350 damage, I'd say.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. I just don't like. I was having this conversation too. I think yesterday with somebody, and like my only real problem with the Staff of the Master is it's a little too expensive. I think if like they took the glowstone out of it and they just made it the 3K gold items, and maybe I don't know, maybe they might have to put something else in or tone down the ultimates a little bit so they're not quite as powerful. But like 4,200 gold to spend on that item for most of the effects that it gives you for heroes is just not worth it. Like there's much better ways to spend 4,200 gold. And
yeah, there are
it's too
some
bad.
staff effects. Yeah, there's some staff effects that really, really do benefit from the use of the staff.
like Chipper
though.
or something.
Yeah, like Chipper, for that the cost is justified.
Right.
So and for Alonia as well,
Yeah.
like those ultis are amazing.
Riftwalker
But,
ultimate is cool.
It's cool, but
It's not worth it, but it's cool. But that's the thing, like, it's cool. If we were a little bit cheaper, I think we'd see it picked up a lot more. And a lot of the staff effects are pretty cool, so they'd be really, really fun to watch. But it's just a little too expensive. I think if it were like
yeah.
30 or 3,000 to 3,500 gold, then we'd see it picked up on a lot of different heroes.
like seeing it picked up on the Witch Slayer. The
Yeah.
ulti of Swiftblade, who's
Sure.
spinning. Oh man.
That'd actually be a pretty good counter to Swifty.
Yeah.
Because he's not that tanky, and a lot of his tankiness comes from the fact that he can spin and just be fine. But, oh well, I don't know.
No.
Doubtful we'll be seeing a Staff of the Master from anybody in this game. Rhapsody staff effect can move. Have you ever tried to do that?
Why? Why would you get it on the full
No.
support? No, please.
Like Yeah, that. But she has like 100 move speed too. Is the best part of it.
It's 150.
150.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
yeah. So
Let's get it on.
that doesn't do anything. Like, all right, I can
Uh,
slog my way over here and
I can
sort of
slowly
move.
not really run out of a Kraken ulti because I'm too slow.
So, I mean, like, if it gave her 300 move speed, sure, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious. But
No. Give her 522 when she's doing it. That'd be amazing.
I'd like to see like a Staff of the Master effect for her that's got nothing to do with her ultimate. She just gets 522 move speed, like when she's ulting. Like it
Yeah.
stops the ultimate, but she just gets 522 movement speed. Like War Beast, basically.
Or actually, a cool staff effect for Rhapsody would be that all the damage that you saved is then in turn like dealt out to the enemies.
Or if it like
Like-
heals you or something, that would be better. That'd be good. Can you
Like pretty
imagine
much
that?
your, it's just dealt out in the same AoE as your ulti is being dealt in. So
Yeah.
any enemies there take their own damage back. It's like a huge barbed armor,
Yeah,
pretty much. I think that'd be pretty cool.
that would be interesting. I think I'd prefer the Life Void type thing from Hellbringer, where any damage that is dealt to the Wrap or to the people would actually heal her instead of dealing damage to other things. I think that fits the tier a little bit more. But anyway, fun things
Or
to do
just
with
a
Rhapsody.
giant AoE heal after
Yeah,
the ulti's
that would
done.
be cool. Basically, Ophelia's or Nerth's busting effort. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Like a lot of cool things can be done, as you
Yeah.
said, and I think there should be a staff effect for Prisoner. Grants a sub ability, pulls them all in when you click it.
Right, instead of waiting.
Instead of waiting, like the wait is stupid.
Right.
It's the one. This is the one reason why I'd rather have a Gauntlet over a Prisoner is because the ulti is so goddamn annoying to get off, because it's like
Right.
I don't want you to run away from me, but you're gonna stun me, and then I can't chase you. And even with a ball on you, like the ball and chain,
Right.
the shackled, sorry, you still can just run away from it
Yeah.
because it takes too long.
But like that
Do you
wouldn't
agree
be worth
or
4,200
what?
gold. I don't know. I don't really have that many issues with Prisoner Ultimate. Like the only annoying thing that I have with it is basically that I see a lot of instances where it's like you get 2 people with it, but you can only stun 1 because you have to chase them. Right? So like they run in opposite directions, and you're like, well, I can chase one of them and keep the chain on for long enough to get the stun effect, but I can't do it on both. So you're right. Like if you had an activatable skill, then when they started running in opposite directions, you could just pull them both back in before they broke it, and that would be nice. Although I think it's mostly just like a 1 or 2 kill ultimate anyway. It's not really like a 5-man type thing. So
It could be cool if it was kind of like a Meraxis ultimate, where
Yeah.
it gains more damage.
the longer it is,
like
and
the more
people.
the longer it is. Yeah. But what I was thinking is, how it's static 300 extra damage now when you've maxed it, of course, and 3 seconds stun. You should just split that in 3 and make it after 1 second of charging, you can pull them back already. And this is just a normal skill. You can pull them back if you want to, but it'll
Right.
do a third of the damage and a
Yeah.
third of the stun.
Right.
I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be
Change the Prisoner.
good. I'd like that too, actually. Because like that's sort of staff effect. That'd be interesting, but again, it's not worth 4,200 gold. Like nobody's gonna spend enough money for a Staff of the Master
Yeah.
to get like an activatable on top of the Prisoner Ultimate. It would have to do more damage and probably be a shorter cooldown as well.
But yeah, but I think that could be a cool normal
Yeah,
change for
I
the
agree.
skill.
I agree. Actually, that'd be interesting. Because
would
it
make
is a
the
problem
hero. Yeah.
for him. But
Maybe
anyway.
it'd be slightly OP. But yeah, let's go to the game.
We're 2 minutes in this game, we're pretty much mostly ignoring it. We did see last pick, Aluna and Dampier. We're in this bottom lane against the Kraken. Hellborn finished off with that Prisoner and Madman for the short lane, apparently. Alright, both teams throwing, in my opinion, with their lane decisions and their draft.
Okay, like, why is it a Revenant Drunken Lane middle? Why isn't Revenant bottom? Because Aluna is way more useful. Don't you agree?
Yeah, no, okay, Aluna's more useful than Revenant in middle, but Aluna should not have been selected. I don't even know if Glacius was banned, but even if he wasn't, pick something that's not Aluna. Just stop picking Aluna. there are so many heroes that are better than Luna. Witch Slayer.
Witch
Pick a Witch
Slayer.
Slayer. Right there, yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I
Unbelievably
love Witch
better.
Slayer.
Pyromancer. Much better hero.
Oh, Pyro, so much damage. Like, if you want extra damage,
Yeah.
like early damage, then okay, pick a Luna. But then,
Pyro
why?
better. She has an AoE stun, so yeah, it's a little bit hard to land because she has issues with cast time, but with a Dampier to set it up, it should be just fine. And, like, the burst from her is much better. Meanwhile, middle, actually, Revenant could be in some trouble. Oh, no! He broke the invis! Oh, crybaby.
Wow.
Broke the invis. That's too
And why
bad.
does
He
it-
was gone.
And he puts the Defile
Yeah,
on
bottom
the
lane.
Drunken Master.
They do kill the Suicide Kraken, but... I guess, yeah, like, he should be using that to harass, not to... And he shouldn't even have Defile
Yeah.
at this point. He should be maxing, like, Mortification or something.
No, I think 1/1/1 is the way to go.
I'm not sure if he has enough mana. Because, like, I'd like to spam Mortification on that Prisoner. It's going to put Sway up a little bit, but it's not that big a deal in middle. Like, lane control isn't that much of a thing in mid lane, so...
The one thing with, well, like all level 1, when it's level 1 skills on Revenant, actually
Right.
mid, Prisoner getting some harass, and they're actually gonna go for this.
Not
No,
quite.
he can't chase with the stagger, with the ball on him.
Hook in on Drunken though, and he will get the staccatos on there. That's gonna be death. So looks like Essence Shroud tried to save him, but obviously under the tower doesn't matter.
Okay, you're way earlier than me. Let me just.
I think I might be a little bit ahead of you.
I'm at-
455, 456, 457, 458.
Okay, I'm with you right now.
5 minutes.
5.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
I'm good.
But the
But
thing
yeah.
is, like top lane, they put the solo Madman, and he's losing this lane.
Of course he is.
Right, I mean, like, I'm not surprised by it, and bottom lane, Kraken's going for a Luna here, will get the charge, but gets the stun there, and now he's going to have to get turned on, so that's a death from Kraken, his second death of this lane, and Madman probably wouldn't die in this lane, because he'd be fine.
But Kraken would also lose Sop incredibly hard. Like, why?
Yeah, that's true.
What are they doing?
The triple melee, or really the quad melee core from the Hellborn is just really strange. I don't like the Madman pick at all, to be honest.
No, I mean,
Like,
there
that was their
are
big
much
problem.
better. Plus, they're running it short lane. Like,
Yeah.
there are infinitely better heroes
Right.
for short lane. Like, I know this sounds really screwed up, but man, pick a Valkyrie, and
Oh, I'm with you.
You do so much better, and like. You have the lockdown, so Valkyrie is usually actually a nice pick for the whole idea of a smoke gank.
I
you know?
love Valk so much. I think she is such a good hero. She carries a lot harder than people think. Like, if she gets a few items up, she is really difficult to deal with, and I don't think people realize exactly how hard of a carry she can be. The only issue I have with Valkyrie in this lineup is with all the invis, and obviously even if you place Madman, with the Valk invis and actually hooked on a Prisoner, Revenant right there, ultimate onto him as well, obviously with the Rev Ward up, they don't care about his invisibility, and that'll be a pretty easy kill. So much for the activatable. Prisoner doesn't want it. And Drunken is in.
I mean, the Drunken does damage, but does he do enough
Like,
damage
what was that?
to bring down a Rhapsody? Maybe,
No,
but no.
no, he doesn't. Not even close.
No.
Bottom lane actually cracking at a drop once again, thanks to the Consume from Damp. I don't know another hero.
Yeah, consume. But Aluna is a good long-range harasser, but as you said, Pyro can do the same, Witch Slayer can do the same. And on the topic of Witch Slayer, I actually really like Witch Slayer.
Yeah.
If you're against a silhouette, because you have two
Right.
abilities to insta-kill the illusion.
And you can cancel the Null Stone with the Mana Drain as well.
Yeah. And use Mana Drain to check whether it's the real or fake one.
Right. Right.
Because you one-shot the fake one, and you take the no-stun away from the other one. So it's a win-win situation, you know, for 10 mana.
Yeah. And Kraken's got an ultimate. He needs to not be in this bottom lane anymore. I guess he's got lane control now, so it's fine, but yeah, he needs to transition now, because he's not going to have it for really the next wave. And Dampier actually going to head middle, it looks like. Sort of. No, he's camping the bottom rune. But Kraken got off the side, and he does not have room for a teleport, so... No, he does have teleport, excuse me, he's just on cooldown. I don't know. I sort of would like the Valkyrie pick here, I guess. Like I said, though, the only issue is, with all the invis, it's easier to counter. It's more incentive to buy dust and revs, because, obviously, with the Valk ult, actually bottom lane, meanwhile, Kraken will be in trouble once again. Charge away, but Drunken's there. At least the Kraken gets dropped, and that's not quite going to catch Kraken or Drunken there, though, with Keeper Root. They will get the counter kill, so ends up being a 1-for-1 rotation from a lot of different heroes. And it looks like Madman's going to try to go for this Dampier, but it's not going to kill him, so just will back off finally. And we might see a rotation here. I don't know if Madman's going to hang out in this lane and Kraken's going to go to the top, but like Kraken's going to get crushed by this Hag now, because Hag is at 277 GPM, so he's not going to win this lane. And I don't know, man. Meanwhile, mid lane, the Shackle onto Revenant. He's going to be in some trouble, and he will end up taking the death. Drunken going to try to push Prisoner back into the tower, but now he could be in trouble too. He's got the Untouchable active, and he's just going to leave. Obviously, damage mitigation pretty huge.
Yeah, well...
Now he's going to try to counter kill this Prisoner, but right in the middle of his stun, he gets staccatoed, so that's going to be pretty easy getaway for Prisoner, and Drunken also going to be just fine.
Another weakness on Drunken Master is the fact that you, like, anything stops you from lunging, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of stuff does.
Like, even a Rhapsody who sees you coming when you lunge will just staccato you right before, and
right.
You'll be stunned, and Rhapsody won't be.
Right. And Rap Stun, just a really, really great counter to Drunken in general, because of the multiple instances. It's, you know,
yeah.
Because
yeah,
he can eat one stun or something like that, and then you can't stun him anymore. But with Rap, having the multiple instances can't cancel. Yeah, Hag. There is no Keeper Root. There is no Kraken ultimate. And she's got a blank, so she's just okay.
Are they gonna keep? Is he gonna do? No, no, don't do it.
What?
Stop.
What did they think was gonna happen there?
Oh, I have my ulti in 7 seconds. Let's see if I can charge him and then dive tower for 7 seconds and let him have his
hook back actually on the Drunken here.
Yeah.
That was a pretty beautiful hook right there from Senelix on the Prisoner. All
Wards are pretty nice when you're playing Prisoner, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the Drunken didn't even know that it was coming, so.
Right. Pretty much just instant death. And Dampier gonna try to kill this tower down here. Barrel goes on top of him. He wants to get it.
Deny.
The glyph is there. Yep, so they're gonna get the Deny off, and they will chase Damp out. And only one bounce on the stun from Aluna, as it is only level 1. So.
I usually find that to be very, very frustrating. When I have an Aluna on my team who chooses to level the Deja Vu, I can understand how it's nice to counter wards and to do, you know, fancy plays with the port backs and stuff, but stunning multiple people in a fight, actually top lane.
Yeah,
nice root.
Drop down Kraken, or Hag and Drunken here. Both inside of that, but the counters are real. And it looks like a nice ulti there. And a 2-man Prisoner stun will get both of them in the end. And they do kill the Keeper in the end with the Sonar Scream, but it looks like Hag gonna fall here. No, has the blink away and the bottle of charges. So she's gonna end up living. Ends up being a 2-for-1. So despite the, you know, continuous and aggressive use of ultimates from the Hellborn side, they dropped 4 ultimates in that fight. And they got 1 kill and lost 2 heroes. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Dust goes off here onto Madman. Just dead.
So much damage coming out.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I mean, Dampier is gonna have that Grimoire soon, but seriously, like, why Dampier?
Yeah, there's also that. I mean, especially against this team.
They're so tanky that...
Who's he gonna kill? The Rhapsody? Like, over and over and over and over and over again for 50 minutes?
Until he's... until he has, like, a Frostwolf and Geos and a Grimoire and a Wingbow.
Right. Because, like, if he doesn't burst down... Like, if Magma... Or, not Magma. If Madman gets Vestments, he's not gonna die to the combo, and then he's gonna stalk away and be like, alright, that's it, bye.
And it's so much magic damage as well.
Yeah.
Like, once the Shrunken comes up on the Madman and the Prisoner, because Prisoner should get a Shrunken
Yeah.
after his PK so he can, you know, get his ulti off uninterrupted.
Everybody has Hellborn Sight up the Shrunken between Hag, Revenant, and Dampier. Like,
Yeah.
Shrunken should be all over the place. It'll stop Yelena's stun too, for that matter, and a bunch of her damage. Because she can't really right-click.
Because Aluna totally does a lot of damage in teamfights.
Oh yeah!
Then
Oh,
she
yeah.
went and destroyed a
Oh
Legion
yeah.
tower.
You know, that 10% damage decrease every single time her
Well-
power throw hits something?
Not if it's red.
Yeah,
it's
but
red.
are you gonna use a red throw in teamfights rather than a red stun?
I don't know. Level 2, she gets 2 charges on that red buff, so...
That's true.
You know, I gotta say, actually, this Prisoner pick was inspired by YLTP. Shackle on Revenant, Drunken, Damp, and Hag. No
Yeah.
movement abilities. I assume that stops the Vampiric Flight from Dampier.
Yes, it does.
So, Drunken can't stagger, no blink, no Vampiric Flight, and it's going to provide vision for any target that Revenant invises.
But you know what's pretty broken?
That
Drunken
ability,
can still
apparently?
use, yeah, that ability, but Drunken can still lunge when he's got the
Yeah.
shackled on him. It looks
They
really
consider that a stun.
it looks silly,
Yeah. Well, he's drunk, man. There's drunk.
but I
Sonic.
just don't like. I hate the Drunken pick in this lineup. Like, okay, you have a Hag, Dampier,
I
and a
don't.
Drunken.
I'm okay with it purely because it's a good, reliable stun, and it gives them some physical damage, which they sorely lack, especially with the Hag pickup. It's the Dampier that's getting me.
Okay.
That's the one that I think was overkill. That's just too much magic damage. And up top, actually, Prisoner could be in some trouble. Backblast there will finish him off. We're going to see 2 torts come in on top of the Madman. Power throw from Luna wasn't even necessary, of course.
That is one thing that Aluna is good at, providing additional damage from across the map. If there's a good Aluna player, it's gonna be a really
Right.
big deal.
You have to have really good communication, though, because sniping people from that distance, even with setups, is hard. And Rhapsody here might actually be some trouble. Staccatos are on the Hag, and she'll be okay, thanks to the invis from Keeper. So you have to have a good Aluna player who knows where to snipe, and you have to have strong team communication. So, yeah, it's nice to get that extra little burst, but the question is how reliable is it? And actually release Kraken onto 2, plus the Keeper ultimate. Easy kills. Top lane tier 1 tower does go down. Little tower is deniable, but Drunken is trying to get away here. Nice charge from Kraken. Actually doesn't get the stun effect, not quite long enough. And Madman here with the barrel will slow him down a little bit. And off the side, yeah. Or hook there from Prisoner, but Rhapsody had the cutoff anyway. Good angle from her, definitely.
PK now
Not
finished on the Prisoner.
Yeah, so that's going to be some really nice initiation potential. And I'd like to see an earlier portal key from this Keeper as well than last
Than
time.
what happened last time, yeah. But, you know, just they draft so easily. They make the game so easy
I
for
know.
themselves. They just say, okay, at this point we're gonna go train and we're gonna win because we're tankier than them and we have better ultis than them.
And we have a Rhapsody and Keeper the Forest because they can push.
Yeah. It reminds me of SG lineups, to be honest.
I
But then,
think
you know,
The Hellborn
minus
had
the
destroyed a
Ophelia
Legion
player.
tower.
yeah, well, I mean, Keeper, Ophelia, I think either of those are fine. They provide
Yeah.
they provide similar things. They're both heavy push heroes and very good team fight heroes. A little bit Ophelia a little bit better at ganking, and Keeper a little bit better at team fighting and
And farming.
farming. Yeah, that's true too.
And
But-
Keeper can also provide more utility in a way because he has that invis.
Sure.
Of course, Ophelia has more heals, but
Right.
Keeper has an aggressive ulti
Right.
as well.
And top lane,
Like they're
actually,
both-
Kraken can maybe get cut out here as the Consume is there. A lot of damage from that Dampier, and they do manage to kill Kraken. He does not have vestments. Okay.
That's the issue with being so stomped in lane.
He's got
Kinda
1,100
weak.
gold.
He does. But he really wants the PK as well. I think.
Okay, but get vestments first.
Yeah.
Like, I get, yeah, you want a PK, but Kraken is not the type of hero that's like Pebbles that, sorry, I'm gonna mute myself for a
Sure.
second. Right?
Yeah, but you were gonna say Kraken is not the type of hero that really needs the PK to set up everything, because well, yeah, He's pretty. Yeah, you're not muted by the way, but he's
Oh.
pretty much just.
I should
Yeah,
have been muted, really? Oh, why was I not?
you were not now. But
Oh.
are you back now?
I am back. Okay, that was interesting.
Anyway, so yeah, you were gonna say Kraken is one of those heroes who just needs to be tanky to set up his ulti because he has one spell to cast. You don't need to combo on a specific person.
Right. And,
Yeah.
like, the portal key early on is nice for him, but he doesn't need it. He's not Pebbles. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although I do really like the PK to hit charges.
Yeah.
It's an art. It's an art form.
He's
Quincy.
gonna need vestments anyway, but I don't
Yeah,
understand
but
why.
he should just get a barrier. He should just get a barrier.
Yeah, sure.
If he's having too much, well, actually, Keeper should get the barrier. If anything, he's got the PK now on the Keeper, so that's really nice. And PK ball, that's a dead hag.
Yep. Oh god, no, maybe it's not. Nope. Keeper PK has the root. Just like screw it. I'll just throw the root out. That's fine. That's totally acceptable to me. I don't know.
I don't know why I didn't. Oh, actually, Dampier
Oh
with the
god,
PK
yeah.
now.
What am I even doing here? Dampier, keep picking people off in the background. And Prisoner has a shackle on him now. Now there is no root, of course. We'll see if Damp can perhaps live through this and maybe turn it. No, he can't. Wow. He's rather squishy. 1366 health, no real armor to speak
No
of.
investments.
Yeah.
No investments. And that's gonna bring Kraken really close to his PK that he so dearly wanted. But it's strange that he would go in there without follow-up. I mean, Revenant and Illuna weren't even close, and Drunken was definitely not even close.
And for a
But-
Rhapsody too. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if you're gonna pick off Madman, maybe. But the opposing team support hero? I don't know.
But, oh, actually, Madman is gonna chase Drunken right now.
Not really, yeah. He's drunk,
Oh.
he's gone.
Yeah. Where do you think Drunken should go? Do you want a Soul's Bulwark on him? I feel the item is just really weak, to be honest, as a first item.
I'm okay with it actually as a first item because of his physical damage output. I'm debating whether or not I want a Shrunken Head on him. It's gonna stop the Keeper route. The question is that enough? Because there really isn't that much else. Yeah, I think I want a Shrunken on him actually first.
The problem I have with Shrunken is that every single one of the big ultis, meaning the Kraken, the Keeper route, and
Right.
the Prisoner ulti, they all go through Shrunken. They don't care,
Yeah.
pretty much. So,
But he can't get caught out by himself, and
yeah.
with the Untouchable, does that get him out of Keeper route? I think it does. No?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Yeah. Untouchable, it doesn't get rid of debuffs.
Because it's a nullstone effect, right? I feel like that
Mhm.
stops something. I don't know.
But Keeper ulti is not a nullstone remover.
I don't know. It'll stop the Flux Ultimate. That's nice.
Yeah.
See, this is why.
But yeah, he seems to be going for the Shrunken.
Now mid Rami says I was muted. Oh,
Maybe
that's
you were
why.
muted for the stream,
I was
but
muted for
not
the
me.
stream, not for you. Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's what the
Okay.
important thing was anyway.
I'm not important enough, I guess.
No, you're
But
not.
he
Well,
is
if you
going
watch
for
the
that
stream,
Shrunken.
you'd be important. That's good because I don't think I really ever used the mute feature on OBS, so it's nice to know that that works the way I thought it did.
Alright,
Anyway,
well that's good to know. Sacrificial Stone on Hag, I really, really, really like that pickup. That's a really,
Yeah.
really good pick.
especially against like Kraken and stuff, that's gonna be an issue. And all the physical
Kraken,
damage
Prisoner,
coming out.
Madman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only reason I really wanted the Shrunken on the Drunken is because he needs to be mobile. He's not a hero that does anything if he gets locked down. He can't just sit there and eat damage. He's not particularly tanky. So I feel like the Shrunken gives him some mobility. It prevents him from getting caught out quite as well or easily. And it means that I have to blow more stuff to try to keep him from being able to be mobile and aggressive in these fights. So yeah. He's going for it. I'm really on the fence. There's no really obvious item pick in this game. I don't think. Like in terms
Abyssal,
of what you should
maybe.
go. On Drunken? That
It's
seems
weird. It's weird, but I mean, it gives armor, it gives you mana, and really, you're against an all-physical team, and
Yeah.
It's a really nice item to have. Like you're not gonna get it on Dampier because he needs to go for the hardcore carry items. You're not gonna get it on Hag because you're ranged. You're not gonna get it on Revenant because you have no gold. You're not gonna get it on the Luna because you have no gold. And it's come to the point where Drunken is not really farming that much. He's kind of left out as the non-carry because even Hag right now getting caught top actually.
Yeah, but she'll
But
just
gonna be
going.
fine.
And Dance for going down, so
actually,
they're
no.
gonna spot her, but we'll see if the rest of
Blink
the Hellborn
away.
side has enough. And yeah, just blink on up and TP and she good. So Keeper, I don't know if he was paying attention or not, but he didn't really feel like dropping the root anyway off the side here. A Luna getting killed by Madman, that's fine. And top bottom lane, meanwhile, there goes the Keeper root and the Crack Ultimate onto Dampier, who will get the kill. So that's a much better use, actually, because Dampier at 540 GPM compared to Hag at 348.
But yeah, what I wanted to say is that Hag is gonna be a carry as well in this game, and Drunken is just gonna be that support, like run around, get in and out of fights, get a little bit tanky. So I would have actually liked to see like Abyssal, maybe, because you know it's not very common on Drunken, but like at least something that makes him useful in a way, because I just don't think the Shrunken is gonna do that much this game. Maybe against the Madman and Rhapsody, but getting rid of the root, like, to be honest, because Keeper's almost got his refresher, the Shrunk is not really going to do much.
That's true.
Kongor has been slain.
And actually, Dampier also going for a Shrunken. I would rather him go for like a Geometers.
Yeah, and Luna get hooked in here. We'll get the shackle off right there, and the Torrent goes down. A couple auto attacks, she's dead. So getting caught twice relatively quickly there. Word of Sight. Put down by Smithix, and Ultimate is deaded.
Warding is very dangerous business.
Yep. Especially by yourself when you have absolutely no team support.
Yep.
Kinda bad.
But do you like the Shrunken growing up on that Dampier?
Again, he needs to be mobile. Like, that's another hero that can't get locked down because he needs to do what he wants to do. He can't just sit there and take hits. But again, this is a team on the Hellborn side that like laughs at Shrunkens. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard to justify not getting a Shrunken for two heroes that need a Shrunken but then against a team that doesn't care about Shrunkens. So
I think Geometers would have been perfect. But
yeah, that would have been good. That'll get you
like,
one Keeper root, and then
yeah, I know, 2 Keeper roots, and then maybe later on you'd get a Shrunken, but the Geos also just helps against Prisoner that you can, well, be annoying
does that
as
take
hell,
off the
pretty much.
Prisoner ulti too?
No.
No?
No, it doesn't.
That's too bad. It should.
But, yeah, but it does sometimes help you against Kraken, because sometimes
Yeah.
you get ported to the other side. But, I just like there to be more of like, well, actually they're gonna spot out the Invis coming out from Dampier. Are they gonna fight here? Looks like they want to.
Madman wants this. Misses the barrel though. Portal away, and Revenant here is gonna be the one that gets caught.
Is loose.
I don't know what they're thinking by not counter-warding that.
Bat blast
I
onto Rhapsody, and the Haunt as well as Staccatos go down. She knows she's dead. She drops the power supply just because, hey, why not? Off the side over here, Dampier getting caught as well, and he pushes the truck ahead just before he dies. So not a big deal there in terms of the lost gold, but now he's dead for 60 plus seconds, and yeah.
Man, he just needs to go tanky. Like, I'd even say just go for False Wolf. Just, yeah, hard, something, you know, just make yourself a threat by being able to cast a lot of spells in team fights, because that's what the hero is. You cast spells in team fights and auto-attack in between.
That might have been the answer, really, to Drunken as well, is just get tank items. And Shackle goes down there onto Miss Hag, and she's going to fall as well. So, really, really good hook there from Prisoner, and a quick Shackle locks her down. We'll see if they can kill this Drunken. No, they
Nice
can't.
port.
Yeah.
That was a really nice juke. Like, I guess they should have seen it coming, but he did expertly hide behind the trees so that they wouldn't see him as they walked past.
Right. So, they do kill the tower, and they lose Hag, but they get a couple of heroes out of there under pressure.
But yeah, as you were saying, just go tanky, because the only way you're gonna beat those heroes, because they have a limited amount of spells per
Right.
fight, right? The only threat late game for actual auto attack damage is that Madman, but even he isn't that scary at this
And
point.
he's not doing that well either, so he's not going to get scary anytime soon.
Yeah,
It's-
so
It is a bunch of one-cycle heroes. Like, we've heard that referenced a lot before, but you do something like a Pebbles, again, where his longest cooldown is 20 seconds. So in the midst of a team fight, he's going to get a couple of chucks off, maybe 3 even, if it goes long enough, and probably a couple of stuns as well. But the Hellborn team, they're so ulti-based, they're not going to do much other than that. Once those spells are on cooldown, they're going to sit there with their hands in their pockets and be like, alright, well, we tried. So,
yeah.
The
It,
Hellborn
and as we
destroyed
were
a
saying,
Legion
it's a very
tower.
easy draft to execute. Again, they're
Right.
just making it easy for themselves by also getting like supportive items. Like, I mean, Madman went for the Abyssal.
right.
Great item. And then
Jump
Keeper.
there from Damp here, as they're going to try to lock on this Madman right off the bat. 3 seconds on him, but it didn't bounce. And then release the Kraken dropped onto a couple. Bat Blast completely eaten by the Rhapsody ultimate here. Everybody inside the Kraken ultimate. King Plato finally does die. Shrunkenhead is up on that Drunken Master. He's trying to get back in. Token of Life, obviously, from Madman came through as they focused him for some reason. And that's going to be a tier 3 tower kill here.
The Hellborn
And
had
probably
destroyed
Rax
a
too,
Legion
because
tower.
Plato does not have a buyback. Kraken charge back onto Hag. She will get locked down long enough and unable to get the blank out. So ends up being a 2-for-0 so far. Plus the Rax is clearly happening. Hook back in onto Revenant. And man, there's this initiation from the Hellborn side is on point everywhere.
A Legion
Kraken
barracks
again
has
with the
been
charge,
destroyed.
pushing the Drunken Master back in. He's gonna die. So they just keep pulling people in and killing them.
A Legion
Man, I
barracks
love
has been
Kraken.
destroyed.
I love that hero. I love seeing good
hero.
Kraken players. Like, those are truly just the nicest plays when you see a Kraken who's just able to charge back every
Yeah.
single time. Because it is quite difficult, and I know people always say like in HoN there's no turn speed, you just do whatever you want all the time, but with Kraken there is.
Yeah.
With Kraken there is. When you turn around to have to charge, there's a slight delay, so you really have to be able to predict where the guy's gonna go and turn around
Right.
for that prediction pretty much. So I really can appreciate Majestic's majestic plays, ha ha ha.
You leave the
That
puns
had to come
me.
out once. You
My-
didn't want to see it?
No, puns are my domain.
I can have a bit of it sometimes.
You can have some too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't make that
I like
many.
I like punnies, you know.
But I think I wanted to say is you got to respect the decision making from the Hellborn side as well, because they took Rax. They were very, very deliberate and careful. They knew exactly what to do with it, and then they took top 2 tower because they knew they had time, and then they left. They didn't go for the tier 3. They were like, let's take the tier 2, and then we're done. We're out. We're gonna go back to farming because our ultimates are not off of cooldown. The Ampere is coming back up, and even in high tier level play, you see teams get greedy, where they're like, oh, let's keep going, we're so far ahead, we can just take another set of racks here, and then they get turned on, and then the game turns, and then they lose. But this is, again, like you said, an easy lineup to execute relatively, and them knowing how to execute it, even if it is easy. So,
Yeah.
good decision making, and it's always important to highlight that.
And it looks very deliberate as well.
Right.
Everything that they do has like a purpose.
Right.
It's, I guess it's what separates like like there are things they can work on, of course. They're
Right.
not playing it. They're playing it well. They know how to play it, but they're not playing it perfectly because they're not like I'm not trying to bash on them or anything, but none of them are perfect players.
No, I mean, and YLTP is definitely a mid-gold team. Like, they're not a particularly great team. I think they're just having a good performance here against a team that has so far shown themselves to be inferior. So,
Yeah. Like, I'd say the experience is there from YLTP, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they've been
that's what it
together
comes
for a
down to.
really long time, and they know how to play. Maybe they're just not the most skilled players in the world. But anyway, Keeper
That's
forward
right.
going to get jumped here. Has the Astrolabe. Will Rhapsody save him? Yep, there goes the ulti on her. Keeper going to walk away from this. Did already use his ult, and he's going to refresh an ult again. That was really iffy. Kraken wants to counteract, he's going to miss the charge there, so much for the portal key. Off the side here, Prisoner going to drop the ultimate, not quite yet. There goes the Kraken ultimate up. That will kill Crybaby on the Revenant. Over here, Kraken ultimate again doing more problems for this Drunken Master. And she's going to Drunken head up, but he doesn't care. Madman going on it. Damn P right there, crushing him. Oops, that was a bad play from Luna as she ported right back into the Madman who killed her. Now Wretched Hag trying to get away, and she gets into the tree, so she should be okay, has the blink, and will be just fine. Drunken Master, meanwhile, getting away with almost no health, but he did live. Double root use there from Keeper, and he did end up living, so that's nice, but I guess they turned that with 3 kills, so it ended up being okay. I think at the beginning of that, it was a little bit questionable, but really good response for the Hellborn, or from the Hellborn side to come in, use their ultimates, clean up a few important kills.
Yeah, it's just strange that... Well, it just came down to the huge gold lead being there for the Hellborn side, because had that been an even game, it would have just been a stomp. Legion would have completely wrecked them if Keeper would have wasted 2 ultis like that. Like, Rhapsody was down, you know, Roots are gone, the only heroes they have are Prisoner, Madman, and Kraken, and at this point, just because Madman does have the levels, and the Basher, and the Shrunken, and the Energizer, so much farm actually.
Yeah, he's at 500 GPM.
Yeah, I didn't even see it before that he was so high. But, yeah. So, it's just because the game wasn't even, so it was a really nice pickoff for the Legion side at the start. Too bad they had been behind, though. So, yeah, Lightning picked up on Madman.
Right.
I don't know.
That's fun. I like
it's fun. But I mean, you look at his auto attack damage, right? And
it's pretty fast.
No, I mean his damage.
Oh, his damage.
194.
Who cares? Who cares about his damage?
Well, like, Gash is just so nice with damage, and he already has insane attack speed because of his ulti. Like, I'd like to see crit. Crit would also be fun, but it'd be more effective.
Yeah, well, we see crit though. Thunderclaw's new and it's different. We never used to see it anymore.
When do we see crit?
We see crit occasionally, especially on hard carries. No,
the hero
like
that we never see.
Moon Queen. I think I've seen it on Silhouette maybe once or twice. Clanks.
The Legion had destroyed a
gotten
Hellborn
crit.
tower. The Hellborn had destroyed
It's funny,
a
but
Legion
those are
tower.
heroes that I actually wouldn't want to see crit on.
I know Clanks has gotten crit, and I'm sure MQ has too. I think Sil. I'm not entirely certain about that one.
Silhouette should get crit. Silhouette should get crit, but I don't think Moon Queen or Clank should get crit.
Yeah, I think because Moon Queen, it doesn't crit on the bounces; it's just the initial attack. So.
Your attacks don't bounce if you crit.
Wait, what?
It's literally one. Yeah, it's one attack, and then it doesn't bounce. It's been like that since Warcraft 3.
That's gotta be broken, right? Like that's gotta be.
Like I'm not entirely sure, because I haven't actually legit went and tested it, but it's the reason why most people don't pick it up. And actually, Revward is spotting up Luna.
They don't go for anything. I don't know if the Legion side actually knows that. Yeah, they must not know there was a Rev Ward there because they just warded. And Rhapsody's like, thanks. I'll just go ahead and kill that. Although it does reveal their Rev Ward, so honestly, I wouldn't have done that. I would have let that ward be. Because that's right, that's going to give away the Ward of Rev, and they can counter-initiate here so well. But another Rev Ward going down there from Luna, so they're going to counter the Rev from the Hellborn side. And there goes the Keeper Root onto 4, in fact. Prisoner Ultimate going to hit 4 as well, or at least 3. 2 dead right off the bat in Hag and Luna. Man, Plato also dying. Hook back onto Drunken, and he's going to fall. Excellent initiation from Hellborn's side. Looks like Revenant will be okay as he's got the Essence Shroud up, and he's just going to leave. Over here, Madman going to finish off Kongor, while the rest of the Hellborn side go to the bottom lane and get their push on. Madman picking up that token.
As I said, very deliberate decision making. They decided not to tunnel vision on the Revenant, and they, as a train, just went bottom. They have Keeper, so they can just tank the tower with that.
Right.
Very, like, deliberate decision making, and it's nice.
Hook back there under Revenant, and is he getting the other cut off? Not enough. Even if he did get it, he's still dead. So there goes a tower. Racks are also going to fall here, and Drunken getting blocked a little bit by the creeps, so that was bad. He's got the bash up, but he will be able to stagger through the wave, and Ghost March there. Hook not quite going to connect.
A Legion
But,
barracks
I mean,
has
like, when
been
YLTP was
destroyed.
in Diamond in HoN Tour Season 2, and they did pretty well in the HoN Tour Season 2 playoffs as well, this is the kind of thing that I was like, why isn't this team better? Like, why don't they win more often? Actually, Rhapsody here going to drop, and they got the Shackle as well as the ultimate from, or sorry, not the ultimate, but the Drunken Head there, and they will get the kill on Presence 25. Drunken jumping into things, that was a bad decision. Redstone there, pretty much just hitting creeps at the end, so the big bounce is not very effective. Damp here, he's trying to turn this onto Prisoner, and he looks like he'll get that kill, so that's good. We buff the Drunken Head, we go in for more onto Kraken. He's getting away though, Consume doing a lot, and nope, Vampiric Flight there will be able to finish him off. Drunken Head there wears off, obviously, but Madman was top, pushing that tier 3 tower. And they don't quite get it, but he doesn't lose the token either, and that's going to be the end of that fight for Hellborn. Still picking up a couple of kills, and I mean, like, they took a second set of racks, so with their lineup, I can't imagine they're going to lose this game at this point.
Yeah, Hellflower picked up on Keeper as well.
Yeah.
I don't actually... it's alright, but to be honest, there's better items. I prefer a Sheepstick,
Yeah.
because you don't do a lot of attacking as Keeper.
And you guys didn't play YLTP in Gold last cycle. Did you guys play him in Cycle 1?
I think we did. Let
So,
me just check.
then let's go back. Why isn't this team better?
I think I said it earlier, and it goes mainly down to the fact that
Damn.
like their skill. I guess
There it
if they
is.
lose the laning phase, they fall apart.
Oh, Keeper, no. Damp with a really great portal key up there, and TP'd on out. Keeper just PK'd in and rooted onto nothing.
Oh no. But yeah, what I was saying is pretty much I think that if they lose the laning phase, they fall apart.
Yeah,
So
that's very possible.
I mean, I'm not sure if we played them in Cycle 1, but as we're seeing them now, they're playing really deliberately and they're
Right.
getting good drafts. But maybe that's also just Crave's inability to draft against people like YLTP who go really, structured, easy to run drafts.
Right. And, I mean, it could be a Ringers as well. I think, like I said, I think Plato and Present are both ringing for Crave this, at least for this series, maybe even for the cycle. And they're not on the team anymore, so it could just be a team issue with the guys on Crave where they don't have the coordination. I don't know.
Present 25 did play for
Destroyed a Legion
Crave
tower.
in the first cycle.
Did he?
Yep.
Anyway,
I
Mad
think
Bang and
he's
Puppet Drunken Head here. He's in. And the Kraken ultimately dropped. Crybaby on Revenant dead right off the bat. Present 25 also falling. Illuna running away with that Deja Vu. They're trying to keep Madman off of the butt. King Plato in the background on that Stampede though is also going to fall. And GG's will call out here as they kill
A
Drunken Master.
Legion barracks has been destroyed.
And I just want to say, yeah,
A Legion
GG,
barracks has
but I
been
just want to say
destroyed.
the Kraken rift charts made me kind of happy.
Yep. So that too. Oh, Kraken. Troll. Immortal! Aww. Oh, there's a token though, so he actually might live here. They need to tank it for him a little bit. No, don't push him. What a bunch of bastards. So, hey, post CC Immortal, but it's still an Immortal. I'll count it there, Night of You, it's fine. Yeah, so final thoughts on that game there, Jorgen?
Well, we covered it at the end, just completely being like, okay, I'm not saying anything right now. Basically, it was just a very easy to execute draft, and they just played it how they were meant to play it. So,
Right.
Crave didn't really have an answer because they took bad fights and they just got outplayed in those team fights. They let themselves be initiated on at Congo as well by with four people in the room. Like really, you know he has a PK. Why do you stack up, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can't keep getting caught by all those big ultimates. So, I don't know. Oh well. That'll do it for this series, and I'm going to be out too because I have places to be. It's Friday night, man. Got to do stuff. Stop sitting inside and watching HoN. Go get out there. So, thanks once again to Shorecan for joining me, and that'll